ever heard a story so strange, so unsettling, that even the elders of a village refused to talk about it? That is the story of Madame Azuka, the woman who washed her meat at the village stream every single day just before dawn, before taking it to her restaurant to cook for her customers. She did that every single day, not to clean it, not to preserve it, not for any reason the villagers could understand. And yet, she did it. It always began at exactly 5:12 a.m. Before the first cock crowed, before any lantern flickered awake, before the village even took its first breath of morning. That was the time Madame Azuka would leave her small restaurant, a wooden building with a rusted zinc roof, its signboard swinging, even when there was no wind. She would push open the creaking door, balance a large iron pot on her head, and begin walking toward the narrow path that led to Odu Stream. The villagers said the path used to be wider, but for some mysterious reason, bamboo trees grew thick and fast there, as if trying to block something or trap someone. Every step she took crunched fallen bamboo leaves under her feet. The air was always still, too still. Even the insects never made a sound on that path. But Madame Azuka, she walked through it like she owned the silence. Inside the pot on her head, fresh chunks of raw beef, glistening under the moonlight like they were sweating. No salt, no pepper, no seasoning, just meat. Meat that she would never allow anyone to help her carry. No one could touch it. No one could even look inside the pot. Not after what happened to the last person who tried. The villagers still whispered about that. When she reached the riverbank, she would kneel on a smooth, flat stone right at the edge of the stream. A stone that looked far too clean, far too polished to be natural. Some said it was a shrine stone. Some said it was a sacrificial stone. Others said it didn't exist at all unless she touched it. Madame Azuka would place the pot gently on the stone and begin washing the meat, piece by piece. When the water touched the meat, the stream would run red for a few seconds, then turn clear again, like the river itself was drinking. And all the while, Madame Azuka murmured, not prayers, not songs, something else, something soft, but unsettling. A sound that felt like it didn't belong in the world of humans. If you listen closely, it almost sounded like a conversation. And the villagers believed she wasn't talking to herself. They believed she was talking to something inside that river. But no one knew what it was. No one dared to ask. Not after the last person who tried. The hunter who claimed he followed her there once, just to see what she was doing. He returned the next morning with his hair completely white, his voice gone, and his hands shaking like he had seen something no human mind was built to understand. He left the village shortly after. To this day, no one knows where he went, but everyone remembers the only thing he managed to whisper before he disappeared. She is not alone at that stream. Yet, Madame Azuka continued her ritual every morning. Same time, same path, same pot, same meat. Every villager avoided Odu stream before sunrise. Even during the dry season, when every other stream dried up, people preferred to fetch water from faraway wells. No one wanted to be near the river when Madame Azuka was there. Because sometimes, just sometimes, when she washed the meat and murmured to the water, the stream murmured back. It wasn't loud, it wasn't clear, but it was there, like a whisper. Beneath the whispers, like a breath beneath the breath, like something alive, waiting, listening, answering. And what frightened the villagers the most was not the red water, not the murmuring, not the polished stone. It was the fact that every time Madame Azuka finished washing the meat, she would lift the pot with surprising ease, as if the meat inside was lighter than before. But when she carried that same pot to her restaurant, Anyone who tried to lift it found it impossibly heavy, as if something else was inside. Something the pot didn't show, something the eyes could not see. But she carried it effortlessly, every day. And so the question remained, who washes meat at a stream before cooking? Why always Odu's stream? And what or who was she talking to inside the water? The villagers didn't want answers, but the answers were coming because something strange was about to happen. Something the village had never seen before, and it all began the morning someone else followed Madame Azuka to the stream. Even with all the strange things surrounding Madame Azuka, one truth stood firm in the village. Her food was irresistible. No matter what rumors spread, no matter what the elders muttered in their compounds, no matter how many people claimed Odu's stream was not natural, the villagers could not stay away from her cooking. Every morning, after she returned from the stream, she would open the wooden windows of a small restaurant, tie her wrapper tightly around her waist, and start cooking. The aroma that rose from her pots was something the villagers could never explain. The scent alone traveled through the entire village,